Okay, hello everyone. My name is Ankit, and today we are going to learn about a small concept where we want to convert some repetitive elements in a JSON into an array. Okay, let me show you the sample example. So let's say this is the JSON which contain these information, and in this JSON, if you notice, uh, they are repetitive element. So name object is a repetitive element. If you notice, it contains the same information. Yeah. So this object is repetitive in this particular JSON. So this is the requirement is we need to convert this object into an array, because the it may possible sometimes that the end system doesn't allow the repetitive element in a JSON, or it will or end system, since a repetitive element, it will fetch only the key first element, not the rest of the elements. So in order to overcome such scenario, such you can say like such problem that may arise when we have a system which doesn't support uh, the way a JSON is. So we have to convert it in an array so that it can process the JSON perfectly. Okay, so let's do that. So okay, let me go to Anypoint Studio. Let's create a new project, and let's say okay, click on finish. Great. Let me add listener and do a basic configuration. So let's do it, and fine. Okay, let's create a path. Let's say a simple path DW. Let me add a logger. Mm, Let me add a transform message, and let's add another logger. So okay, perfect. Let's go inside. So I'm just creating a scenario. Let's say we have a scenario where we have a flow, uh, and we are getting that JSON from listener, from let's say we are getting it from a PAPI into our SAPI. So let's consider it as a SAPI, and we are getting that information from a PAPI. So PAPI call this API and send the JSON, and we will got that JSON, and we need to convert it into a required format that we want. Okay, so let's go inside the transfer message now. Go inside, and for now, for this demo, let's define a payload over here. Let me add a sample JSON. Let's say sample JSON created. Let me do a JSON example. Let me bring the example. It's in a desktop, right? So yeah, simple JSON. Open it. Perfect. Let me open the preview. Let me add a JSON. Great. Okay. So now we have defined the metadata so that we can clearly understand. Okay, so that we can clearly understand that this order contains this is root element, and this element contains sub elements like order header, order body. Again, order header contains further sub elements, and similarly order body. Okay, so we'll don't do one-to-one mapping. We can do one-to-one mapping, right? So you all know how to do that one-to-one mapping. So instead of one-to-one mapping, we'll try to understand the scenario that we want to discuss, okay, with some basic understanding. Great. Chalo, let's get started. Let me create an object first. Let's say order. So what we can do, we can print a complete JSON by simply saying payload dot order. So see the same JSON which is there in which is there in our Notepad++. So same JSON is printed, same JSON is we have got in the output. But we don't want this response. We want that this repeated name element should be in an array. Right now it is not an array, right? Perfect. So okay, but we can't do those changes right away. Okay, so what we will do, we will create another object and we can directly print the order header, right? Since because that name object is present in the order body, order description, and inside master we have that name element. Okay, so it is inside master element, so we can print directly order header completely, right? So let's do that. Order, let me place order header. Great. Now payload dot order dot, now we have two options, order header, and this is the first part completed, so we can directly do one-to-one mapping for order header. Great. Now this order contain another sub element, a key, that is order body. Okay, let's do that. Order body. Again, the name is inside master. So inside order body we have order description, and order description contain again two keys. So I think we can print this order description directly, right? So let's do that. Order body, let's go inside again, and we have order description. Great. And in that order description, okay, we have another body, another object. Okay, order description again, no worries. So order description, let me put it order description here, and now add a payload dot order dot order body dot order description dot order description. So now we can print complete order description. So inside the order body we have order description, and inside order description we have another order description which contains complete detail. Perfect. Now we have masters. In masters we have items, and in items we have name. So before that we need to print the item code, and then we'll come on to the name element. Perfect. How to do that? Okay, so done with we are done with order description, right? Let me, yes, we are done with order description. Let's let's come down, and this time we have master. Perfect. Go inside it, then we have item. Great. We need to go inside it again. Perfect. Then we have item code. Perfect. So now what we have to do, we have to do mapping till item code. Let's do that. Payload. Okay, in payload we have order. In order we have two sub elements. Order header we already print now order body. In order body we have order description. In order description we have again an order description, but that is already printed. Now we have to go inside master. Inside master we have item. In item we have two elements, item name and name object. Let's go with item code. So do we have the item code information over here? Yet it's there. Perfect. That's great. Now we have to come to name. Great. So okay. So name is a repeated element. If remember, we have noticed that name is a repetitive element. So let me show you again that information. So if you notice, this name key is a repeating element. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. So if I place it, if I do want to do a mapping, let's say item dot and name. What has happened? Let's see. Okay, so it has print only one element. Although we have three elements, but it has print only one element. Which one element has print? The first one. The first one. The first name is Ankit, right? In next name element we have first name Rahul, and then we have Shafali. So it has printed the first object. Okay. What about others? Right? And we want to print it in array as well. So if you so now first of all, can we print same JSON completely over here? Yes, we can do that. So instead of coming inside it, we can directly in the item itself we can write a payload dot order, order body, order description master till item. If we do that, we can get the exact JSON that is in the source side. Okay, so if I want to show you, so let me take this, and if I do it payload dot order body dot order description dot order, sorry, not order description, uh, dot master dot item. If I do that, if I do that, let's see what has happened. See, if I do that, we will getting the exact JSON. We are getting the exact JSON name, name, and name. But again, this is not a requirement. We want this name element to be into an array, right? So we have to do one-to-one mapping. So that's why we have to go inside it. So let me go inside it again. Let me remove all. Okay, perfect. So we are here, and till this point we are getting just one name. What we can do, we can place asterisk over here, and now it will notice this name is now become an array, and we are getting all the elements of the array. First element, second element, and this is the third element. Perfect. So our requirement is sorted, right? Even if we change, if we add any key in any of the element, there is no problem. It may be possible this that this name key will contain uh, different key value pair. This name this first element will contain different key value pair, and second element of the array may contain different key value pair. So even if we have that requirement, that will also even sorted by using asterisk. Perfect, that's great. So if you note, so you notice the solution is very simple, very easy. The only things we have to be very, we have to understand what is our requirement and how we have to achieve that. Sometimes like a student may got confused and they thought that okay, now we have to, since we have to convert into the array, we have to use the map operator, or we have to do some plug, and then we can achieve. Okay, but the solution is around, and you have to just see it. Okay, perfect. So I think we are good. We understand how to do a one-to-one mapping. If we want same JSON, and if you want to do a one-to-one mapping, we can do that. We can do a complete one-to-one mapping. If we want to do some changes in the existing JSON with some repetitive elements, we can do that, and this is the way. Okay, so thank you guys. This is all for now. We'll catch up again. Till then, take care. Shabba khair. Bye bye.